Okay. Hello again. What's happening, my people? So what just happened was I was almost done making a video, and then somehow, some way, not sure why, it booted me off, and nothing was saved. And so now I have to restart and do everything again. So there's a lesson there somewhere. I don't know. I haven't thought about it yet. But anyway, this is round 2, and it's actually kind of round 3 because earlier this morning I made a video too. So this is my second video, but third take today. You know. Anyway, I don't really feel like going into as much depth as I did before, but basically the first thing I want to talk about was, oh, that's good. Was that when you are interviewing for a job and you're kind of trying to get more connections and introduce yourself and meet people and show your face and just become more integrated into their community, into that company's community, and just get known and more known with those people, a lot of times I think that things get swept under the rug. And so that's a much shorter, condensed version of what I just talked about, and I guess I'll go into it more again, because why not? So, for example, when I was going to Whetstone, when I was not hired there yet, when I was just trying to, I was interviewing there, and I was just trying to talk to people and kind of get more into the community and just meet people and that whole thing, the whole job process thing. I was doing all of that, and so I was showing up, and I was trying to meet with this girl and get interviewed and just show her that I was interested and just show my face. So I'd show up and look for her, and then if she wasn't there, I would try to pass along a message to her and have her reach back out to me. I'd say, hey, I'm looking for this girl. Would you mind, leaving a message or just telling her that I showed up and that I was here? Would you mind just saying that to her and passing along my message? And the gist is that I'd walk away feeling like I did something, feeling accomplished, feeling like I made progress. And I guess the point is that certain companies are much busier than others, and there's certain companies and certain people that it's like where they can get so overwhelmed by just everybody and everything that your request may or may not get translated to the person that you're wanting or hoping. So things get swept under the rug, and I think that that's probably more common than people think. Because I used to think like, I did my job, I showed up today, things are going to go great. That message will get translated seamlessly to her. She'll reach back out to me, and then boom, now we're talking. But that didn't happen really. I had to consistently pursue that company and do that process over and over and over before I got an interview. If I were to just do it one time and then hope for the best, chances are it wouldn't have happened, And so I think that you have to really be consistent with your pursuit in a job, in a company, or whatever you're doing. You have to be really consistent, otherwise things just might get lost in translation and no progress will be made. Does that kind of make sense? So I guess that's really all that I was talking about before, is a slightly condensed version this time. But anyway, I think that just busy companies hire people that are imperfect. And I mean, no one is perfect, so no company has anybody perfect. But I think especially it's you see that with busy companies. Like Whetstone is a pretty busy company from after school ish time frame to till late night. But so during that time frame when they're slammed with people, and you try to come in and talk to them and say, hey, I'm looking for Meg, and you give them a message, there's a pretty good chance they're just gonna like forget, unless they really go out of their way now to do it. They very well could just space, because they're a human being, they're not perfect, and there's a chance they're just gonna not get the message along. So okay, that's the whole point there. I guess that's really all I want to talk about for that point. Okay, so this is a little story this is when I was, I think, a senior in high school. I was at my friend's house in their backyard, and we were talking to a guy who had graduated high school, who I think was in college, maybe. He just wasn't in high school anymore. And he was talking about how not a day goes by without him wishing he was still in high school. And he mentioned that like several times. I think partially because people weren't entirely listening to him, and no one really fully heard him or just like acknowledged him, which I kind of feel bad about now. But anyway, he repeated that a few different times. And I remember hearing about that, or hearing him say that, and I was like, oh, that sucks. I don't want to leave high school then. Like now's the best time that I'm gonna have. You know, I don't want to ever not be in high school, because high school is fun. You know, you can just kind of mess around and get drunk and not do homework, and it's okay. Life's all good. You know. So part of me was like agreeing with him and not wanting. I didn't want to graduate high school for a while. You know, I didn't want to enter this whole new realm of my reality and just kind of see what the world had to offer. I was kind of nervous about that, and I was just enjoying myself. I was just partying all the time, and so it was fun. I liked high school. But looking back on that, though, I think that what he said to me is a bad sign, or it's an indicator that he's not really going anywhere. If he's wishing that he was still in high school, wishing that he was still in that place. Let's see, I guess I'm gonna go. And that means he's comfortable and okay with being stagnant and not really doing anything. You know, if you just want to be a 21-year-old party-aholic for the rest of your life, that means you're settling and you're being satisfied with the same shit every day, which I think is not at all good. I know it's not good. So looking back on what he was saying, I kind of feel a little bit sorry for him a little bit, you know. That might be... No, it's not. Never mind. I thought that was the girl I used to know. Still know. Anyway, I think that you should be... I think it's kind of cool to be excited for every next part of your life. You know, I think it'd be kind of cool to have a mindset, like a different mindset of, you know, I'm just excited for being 75 and having grandchildren. I'm excited for being 40 and having my career established. Or I'm excited for this. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for growth. I'm excited for progress. I'm not excited to be who I am now forever. Like I'm okay with that for now. And I'm actively trying to change things, you know, and grow as a person every day now. But I would never want to be this person the rest of my life. I would want to be, I feel like I really need to be consistently growing and changing and adapting to be happy. Because if I'm not doing that, I'm not happy. So anyway, the point, I guess, is just that you should be growing all the time. I've been over that several times for sure. But if you're... I don't really know where I'm going. I'm kind of lost, I think, right now. Anyway, I think that if your mindset is that, where you wish you were in high school for the rest of your life, or you think college was the best time in the world and you just want to do college for the rest of your life, then I don't think that's healthy. So I think it's a smart idea. It's at least worth considering to just retrain your brain to thinking, you know, now is fun. Like I can be grateful for what I have now. I can be grateful and proud and happy for what I do have now. I mean, being grateful is definitely one of those things that's crucial and awesome and necessary, I think, just being grateful. But at the same time, there's like this weird kind of balance between being grateful and then also needing to change who you are and become a different person and just grow, I guess. So, yeah, at first thought, it might sound kind of romantic and cool and fun to be just in high school for the rest of your life. But I don't think you'd live a very satisfying, happy life if that was actually the case. I guess that's the main point. Anyway, I'm in the middle of the road, and I need to figure out where to go. So I guess I'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to post both these videos today. This one didn't fail on me, so that's awesome. See you tomorrow. Roger out.